So some news related to Boruto 2 Blue Vortex is currently being passed around. Unfortunately, this news isn't the Boruto anime coming back, and I don't think it's coming back anytime soon. Hopefully, we do get an announcement soon, but as of right now, we haven't had any announcements related to Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. But the news I'm going over in this video is related to the V-Jump issue number 10. And by the end of the video, I will be going over a small Q&A between Ikemoto and a reporter. If you would like to skip to the end of the video just to see that, you can go ahead. It's really small though. Okay, to start off with the first information we got, this is Boruto's database from the V-Jump issue. Boruto, the one-eyed rebel who bears the weight of fate, a shinobi who, due to the great change, had his position reversed with Kawaki and is now pursued by Konoha. After the 3 years of training, he proposes cooperating with Konoha shinobi to defeat the divine trees. Age 15, birthday March 27. His favorite foods is hamburgers, french fries, cola, extremely spicy food, dislikes foods, shellfish, he likes the taste, but peeling them is a hassle. Hobbies, meditation, making accessories for the flying righteous. As we all know, this great change was omnipotence. If you didn't know, I'm sorry, you just got spoiled. So far, Boruto working with Konoha to defeat the divine trees is going really well, or was until the last chapter. If you know, you know. And when it comes to Boruto's favorite foods, a lot of this is shown to us in the anime as well. But the shellfish, that's new to me. I don't even think we've seen anything about shellfish in the manga or the anime. His hobbies have changed because we remember younger Boruto. You know, he used to like games. He was a gamer. But he's one of us. He is the greatest, the most relatable character. This is one of the reasons why I love Boruto, because he is really one of us. He's better than all of us, but he's just kind of like us. My fault, actually. Boruto is nothing like us. He is the greatest character in all the fiction. There's nobody like him. Next database we're going to go over is Kawaki and Sarada's, but first we're going to do Sarada's because I like Sarada more than Kawaki. Just a fun fact in there. If you didn't know, now you know. Also, I hate Kawaki. Sarada, a descendant of the Uchiha who can see the truth clearly. One of those unaffected by the memory alteration of the Great Change, her feelings for Boruto awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. She gained the power of Ohirume, which manipulates gravity. And this is Sarada's MS ability. All of this stuff is just common knowledge if you're caught up with 2 Blue Vortex. Age 15, birthday March 31st, favorite foods, things with black tea flavors, dislike foods, tomatoes, hobbies, reading, historical works, and mysteries. And you know what's crazy? There's an episode in Boruto anime where Sarada's actually reading, and then she's talking about the Sharingan, and she's like, I wonder if my dad has the Mangekyo Sharingan. And I remember at one point there was people making fun of her because she didn't know this. That's crazy. Also, Sarada's birthday's in March, Boruto's birthday's in March, and my birthday's in March. My birthday, Sarada's birthday, and Boruto's birthday is all in the same month. I was born in the same month as Boruto and Sarada, the two freaking goats. Now on to Kawaki. Kawaki, the Hokage's son who will destroy the Otsutsuki. His position was reversed with Boruto, making him the Hokage's son. He possesses a karma that inherited the power of Ishiki Otsutsuki and fights using 2 Shinjutsu. Age 17, birthday May 13. Favorite foods, taiyaki, dislike foods, wasabi, celery, natto. Hobbies, puzzles, and spot the difference games. The Hokage's son who will destroy the Otsutsuki. Kawaki, the son of the 7th Hokage. Right? Because he's Kawaki Uzumaki. If you're questioning why I hate Kawaki, I'm not asking you to understand. The taiyaki, I remember there was another episode in the anime where he actually got one of these and he liked it.
なんだこりゃめちゃくちゃうめえな
Now on to Mitsuki and Sumire's database. Mitsuki, a clone who wields the power of the Great Snakes, a clone created by Orochimaru, one of the legendary 3 ninja, member of Team 7 alongside Kawaki and Sarada. Age 15, birthday July 25th. Favorite foods, scrambled eggs, dislikes foods, meats from animals with scales, hobbies, reading, data books, card games. You know, so that's not really that much information about Mitsuki, unfortunately. And he's one of like the most underrated characters. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that want to see a lot more of Mitsuki. And I am one of them. Sumire, the former class representative who watches over the shinobi. One of those unaffected by the memory alteration of the Great Change, a former classmate of Boruto and the others. She currently works as Amado's assistant in the science team, conducting research on scientific ninja tools and related technology. So the former class representative part about Sumire, you don't really see much of that in the manga, but the anime shows you a lot of her being with the class in the anime. And this is another thing that I love in the anime that a lot of people, for some reason, dislike. I feel like the anime expands on a lot of the beautiful moments that the story can bring us overall, and people just think it's unnecessary information or that the studio messed up by adding it, and I completely disagree with that. Like I said, I think them adding all the anime canon makes the story even more enjoyable than it already is. Age 15, birthday June 12th. Favorite foods: fried bread crust. Dislike foods: none in particular. Hobbies: saving money, pickling food. So it sounds like Sumire likes food and she's not really a picky eater. That's nice. Now on to Chocho and Himawari. Chocho, a young shinobi brimming with energy. Choji Akimichi's daughter. She handled both offense and defense with the expansion jutsu, which enlarges her body. Cheerful and positive by nature, she seems particularly concerned about Himawari, who has been separated from her parents. Age 15, birthday August 8th. Favorite foods: pretty much anything. That's actually funny because Chocho does like anything. Dislike foods: almost nothing. Almost nothing? More like nothing, exactly nothing. She likes everything. Hobbies: comparing foods, watching TV dramas. And another moment where there's the anime episode where they actually go to a movie theater and they're watching like this romance thing, and then Boruto didn't get it. And it's funny because this is kind of like how Boruto won't pick up on Sarada or Sumire liking him no matter how they act around him. Now on to Himawari. Himawari, the new partner of Kurama, Naruto Uzumaki's daughter. Several years after Kurama disappeared from Naruto, a factor emerged within Himawari. She has formed a cooperative relationship with Kurama and is working hard at special training. Age 12, birthday July 20th. Favorite foods: honey, olive oil. She puts it on everything. Dislike foods: cheese. Hobbies: cleaning and watching TV dramas. Influenced by Chocho. So this is another relationship that was built over time skip, and hopefully we'll get some anime canon just showing a little bit of it at least, because again, this is one of the moments where I would like to see it. I would like to see a little bit development between Chocho and Himawari. Now on to Inojin and Shikadai. Inojin, a challenger who sets his heart ablaze, the son of Ino Yamanaka and Sai. Based on the Yamanaka's clan's mind transmission jutsu, he developed his own mind transmission formation jutsu. He has romantic feelings for Himawari, which, again, if you're caught up on Two Blue Vortex, you know this. Age 15, birthday December 5th. Favorite foods: cheese, takoyaki. Dislike foods: fatty meat. Hobbies: drawing, playing games, FPS. I'm expecting him to be the Fortnite kid. But clearly he's not. He likes FPS. Inojin, I will fry you in every single FPS game ever. Shikadai, the Shadow Support, the son of Shikamaru Nara. A member of Team 10, he is proficient in the Nara clan's secret shadow-based ninjutsu. Age 15. Birthday September 23rd. Favorite foods: sashimi, mizanasu eggplant. Dislike foods: spinach. Hobbies: games, simulation, napping. Yeah, he's a napper. He's one of them. Now we're on to Eida, Daemon, Code, and Amado. Eida, a beautiful woman who presides over omnipotence. A modified human who possesses the Senrigan, which allows her to see events across vast distances. And the Shinjutsu Omnipotence, which manifests all desires. She manifested the desire of Kawaki, for whom she had feelings, causing the Great Change. And if you didn't catch on yet, the Great Change is Boruto and Kawaki switching places. If you didn't know, which I'm assuming every single person watching this does. Age 19, birthday June 21st. Favorite foods: basashi. Dislike foods: shellfish. That looks gross. She want to be like Boruto so bad. Not so much a hobby as an aspiration: pajama parties. So Eida likes pajama parties. Daemon, the knight who protects Eida. Eida's younger brother. While Daemon's palm is touching another person's body, he reflects all actions intended to cause harm. Age 13. So when it comes to Daemon, there is no hobbies. There is no like foods. There is no dislike foods. He's just nothing. He's just 13, the knight who protects his sister, who has the most broken ability of all time. Code, the one who inherits the Otsutsuki will. He inherited Ishiki Otsutsuki will and pursued Boruto and Kawaki. Age 18. Again, not much about Code either. He doesn't like food, I guess. He don't like to eat. He's too busy, obsessed with Boruto and Kawaki, being a sheep for Otsutsuki Ishiki. Amado, a scientist pursuing Shinjutsu. A former scientist of Kara, he researched Shinjutsu in order to revive his daughter. He is currently affiliated with Konoha. Age 59. This old man doesn't like to eat either. You're about to be 60. No hobbies, no food, just nothing. Just trying to bring his daughter back. Hey man. But that's it for the database, and the character information, the nice info about the characters that we love. Now we're on to the Q&A. So if you made it to the Q&A section of this video, I want to ask you to drop a like and maybe subscribe. Question 1. How is the physique of the Shinju determined? Is it related to the physique of a human it originates from? Answer. Basically, they end up roughly the same size as the human they originate from. However, some clawgrams are larger individuals, and those may end up bigger than the original human. Question 2. How did Himawari come to be trained by the 3 members of Shikadai? Answer. After Omnipotence, Himawari was worried about Boruto and sought advice from Sarada, who was taking his side. However, because Sarada was in a situation described above, within the current Konoha, the 3 members of Shikadai became concerned about Himawari and urged her to distance herself from Sarada. Gradually, Himawari began spending more time with Team 10 in order to become a source of strength for Boruto. She began shinobi training alongside Team 10. Himawari went to Sarada because Sarada was supporting Boruto. And you got Shika Trash going to Himawari and saying, no, you gotta stay away from her. She support the goal. You gotta stay away from her. Really, Shika Trash? That's what we doing? Question 3. Around when did Inojin start to like Himawari? Answer. He only started becoming conscious of her recently, likely because they began spending more time together through training and missions. Himawari is capable enough to handle all the household matters by herself and has an independent mindset, so she gives those around her an impression of being more mature than her actual age. Inojin first came to admire those qualities in her, and that admiration gradually developed into romantic feelings. Question. After Omnipotence, what did the people around Sarada think of her words and actions? Also, I'd like to know in detail how Sarada spent those 3 years. Wow, this is a very touchy topic. Sumire, who likewise escaped the effects of Omnipotence, deliberately tried to avoid conspicuous words and actions. But Sarada held nothing back and continued telling people the truth exactly as it was. On top of that, with her father Sasuke having left the village together with Boruto, she must have faced extremely harsh treatment from those around her. There were probably things like graffiti on the walls of her house and slander directed at her to begin with, even before the Omnipotence incident. There were already a certain number of people who thought poorly of Sasuke. Her mother Sakura must have gone through a difficult time as well, but like Sasuke, she continued to stand by Sarada. This is heartbreaking. But everybody knew this is exactly what Sarada would do. It just made sense. And also remember, she told us that she said it multiple times. Question. Just as Jiraiya was called the pervy sage, does Kashikoji have that tendency as well? Answer. Actually, he does. However, while Jiraiya was openly extremely perverted, Kashikoji is a closet pervert. So he doesn't show it outwardly as long as someone is nearby. He probably won't reveal that side of himself, even when he's alone. Eida's Senrigan exists in this world, so he should remain wary of it and avoid letting his true nature slip. No, he's not Gunner Free Jiraiya no more. Nah, shout out to Jay, because Jay was the first person I heard say that. Question. Tell us your favorite male character and female character Ikemoto sensei. Answer. Sorry, this doesn't really answer the question, but for now it's a secret. I don't want readers to be unnecessarily biased, and my opinion of the characters often changes depending on how the story develops at any given time. If there's an opportunity after the series is finished, it might be interesting to reveal my final personal ranking. Since that alone isn't much of an answer, the characters I find difficult to draw lately are Kawaki and Chocho. Conversely, the easiest for me to draw are middle-aged and elderly men. So Ikemoto saying he finds it difficult to draw bum trash bag walking. So if you made it to the end of this video, that's all for the Q&A. And I honestly had a lot of fun making this video. Also, if you made it this far, comments your favorite clan. Never forget, Sarada, the GOAT Uchiha, the greatest side character in all of fiction. There is nobody better than her. Boruto Uzumaki, Drip Drip Otsutsuki, the greatest character in all of fiction. There is nobody better than him. Boruto and Sarada, there is nobody better than them. Never forget. Boruto, people.